Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Further Beyond Gaming. My name is Cody GT, and in today's video we are doing another episode of a beginner's guide to Honkai. And in today's episode it's gonna be a two-part series where we discuss the difference between a DPS Valkyrie and a support Valkyrie, and what may lie in the middle as a pseudo support and DPS or damage dealer. So this video was actually suggested to me by a couple of you in the comment section of my last video, so I do appreciate the suggestions, and that's something that you guys can always do on my videos in the comment section, because I do read them and I love when you guys give me suggestions for videos. Also, I did want to go ahead and mention, if you do enjoy the video today, go ahead and drop a like. It's greatly appreciated. It helps out the channel tremendously. And if you're new to the channel, you enjoy the content, you like what you see today, go ahead and consider subscribing. Join the family today. And remember, there's a link to the Discord in the description below. Join the Discord today so you can discuss Honkai with like-minded people. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump straight into the video. And like I mentioned, this is a beginner's guide to Honkai. So remember, with this episode and this series in particular is geared towards beginners, as we're having new players join the game of Honkai each and every day. So if you're a veteran player, if you can go in the comments down below and be able to provide more information down there, it will help out the new players a lot. And because there's things that I'll probably overlook or not mention, so you guys are a big help in the comments section. So like I mentioned, in today's episode of a beginner's guide to Honkai, we're going to be speaking about DPS Valkyries, support Valkyries, and then Valkyries that kind of lie in the middle, who are pseudo support slash DPS or damage dealers. They can be a little bit of both, because when you first join the game, it can be a little bit overwhelming determining the difference between a support Valkyrie, DPS Valkyrie, who should be your damage dealer, who's a good support. So like I mentioned, I'm going to split this up into two parts, maybe three, because it can be a bit lengthy and I don't want it to draw on too long. So in today's part, we're going to speak about support Valkyries. In the second one, we'll speak about DPS. And then possibly in the third one, we'll talk about the pseudo who lie in the middle, kind of, you know, kind of fall between both of them, is what I was trying to say. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump straight into it. So support Valkyries are Valkyries as they sound. Support the team, help your team out, not necessarily a damage dealer per se. They really just help the rest of the team be able to do more damage, or support them in a different way as far as damage reduction, debuff the enemies, give you more SP, things of that nature. So the very first Valkyrie that I did want to go ahead and mention, that's a great support Valkyrie, may be difficult to obtain, but she is a fantastic support Valkyrie, especially for your physical damage dealers, and that is Celestial Hymn. The reason being, when you look at a support Valkyrie, you definitely want to look at their skills, what they're bringing to the table. A lot of times it's going to be in their passive skills. So what makes a support Valkyrie a good support Valkyrie? So when we took a look at Celestial Hymn's passive skill, start battle with more SP. This bonus triggers once every 10 minutes in open world. Holy Dirge, team gains crit damage against impaired enemies, and then when cross is deployed, team gains damage for a short period. So those are all things that buff the team. Also, you can look at the ultimate. The ultimate is always a good judge of how well a Valkyrie can support the rest of the team or be a good support Valkyrie. So Justice Rhythm impairs the enemies when ultimate ends. That pairs right into her passive, which then helps the rest of your team do more damage, especially for physical damage dealers. So that's something that you want to keep in mind. If you ever had double S and triple S, you get a lot more of a support type role, but of course that's going to be a little more difficult for the rest of your team, or I should say for Celestial Hymn, for you to be able to obtain. Also, the leader skill can be a great judge of how well the Valkyrie can support your team. So taking a look at the leader skill, gains max SP in battle. If the team has 3 bio-type characters, you gain more damage. So team gains 12% max SP in battle. Teams with 3 bio-type character gains 20% more physical damage. So that's fantastic. The ultimate evasion is always a good judge as well of how well the support Valkyrie can support the team. So shortens cooldown of Blade Barrier. When exiting, consumes an invasion attempt to grant a blade barrier to the whole team. Blade Barriers can reduce the damage taken, which is great. And then you have the ultimate evasion here on the left-hand side. Equips the whole team with 1 stack of Blade Barrier, greatly increasing Ignore Interrupt, which is really, really good for your team. It causes 30% attack of physical damage. So that's really good supporting capabilities for your team. Definitely something that you want to have when it comes to the team composition. And then you have other attacks that will help out, debuff the enemies, make them impaired, and things of that nature, be able to proc QTEs. So Celestial Hymn, a really good support Valkyrie for your physical damage dealers. The next one that I did want to mention, not everybody's going to have, but that is Sage Fuqua, because she is the same as Celestial Hymn, but for elemental type Valkyries. So if you go over here to the graph, as you can see, the support is off the charts. Great for the elemental damage dealers. I believe it would be the same, yeah, for Celestial Hymn as well. So if we take a look at Sage Fuqua's skills, if you go over here, once again, you definitely want to check the passive, because the passive is what's really going to help out the rest of the team. So each combo attack unleashes boost character's total damage effects, can stack up to 5 times. And then Hex of Reburn, arrange the order in which combo attacks are performed to boost combo attack damage or restore SP for the character. And can revive once each per battle. So that's at double S rank, which is really good. So the passive, you can see, is not really helping the team out all that much. So let's take a look at the ultimate. Team gains Elemental Breach after Sage Fuqua ultimate. Team additionally deals fire damage after Sage Fuqua's ultimate, and then ultimate inflicts elemental damage vulnerability on the target. So there you see the support capabilities right there, being able to do more elemental damage, and that is for the whole team. So if we look at the left hand side, boost the team's all elemental damage against the target hit by the skill by 30% for 15 seconds, during which all team members on the battlefield restores 1 SP per second, significantly gain Ignore Interrupt, and gains 35% total damage reduction, while all enemies loses Ignore Interrupt. That is an insane amount of support for your elemental team just in the ultimate alone. So Sage Fuqua is such a great support Valkyrie for your elemental damage dealers, because of that ultimate right there is just ridiculous. So that is fantastic. And then we have the combo and special attack. So the combo attack hits, inflicts elemental damage vulnerability on the target. Once again, helps out your team. Combo attack hit, inflicts elemental damage vulnerability on the target once more. And then depending on which type that you do, will provide some more support buffs for your team, as well as Sage Fuqua herself. And Sage Fuqua also falls into that pseudo support / damage dealer, because she can do some good damage herself, but support the team tremendously. So another really good support Valkyrie right here, that you would definitely want to try and obtain if you are able to. Once again, she's going to be one of the more difficult ones to try and get, because she is, as of right now, Gacha only, just like Celestial Hymn. So that is that. Now moving on to another really good support Valkyrie, and that is Yamabuki Armor, or in my opinion, what you should try to do is augment her to Drive Komata, and that is because she is able to provide debuffs to the enemy to where they can take more physical damage, and she also provides that shield, which is fantastic. Helps you to be able to take more damage, so she's really good at that. Shield the team against physical damage, which is great. Shield provides damage reduction against hits exceeding 300 damage, and then Mecha Shield receives a defensive buff. So and if we go over to her basic attack, uncharged basic attack creates a crippling field after activation, increasing charge speed while decreases crit rate. So she is really, really good at supporting the team, just with her shield alone, and then being able to debuff the enemy as well. And then the ultimate is be able to proc some QTEs also, as well as be able to support the team as well. So another one that I did want to mention, a great supporting Valkyrie right here in Drive Komata. Really, really fantastic Valkyrie. Now, one that I did want to mention really quickly, she can fall under that pseudo support / damage dealer as well. depending on what you have gear-wise. But I did want to mention her really quickly, simply for her leader skill. A lot of people know this, but for my beginner players, Lightning Empress has that leader skill where she has a 50 bonus SP upon entrance, and that's for the team. So it's a fantastic leader skill, very unique one, to where you can start out with more SP. That means you can get your ultimates off faster, as well as your weapon and or weapon active skills and things of that nature that much quicker as well. So really good support Valkyrie for that alone right there. Another really good support Valkyrie is Divine Prayer. She has a lot of good things within her passive and her ultimate that definitely helps out the team. So when not on the field, deals lightning damage to a random enemy and impairs it every 10 seconds. Oh, I got the summary on. Oh, my bad, guys. I had the summary on the whole time. Oh, I didn't mean to have that. Okay, so when on standby, inflict divine penalty on a random enemy for every 10 seconds. Oh, that was a bit of a rip. Lightning damage and impairing target to lower its defense. Enters the battlefield automatically right before teammate dies and recovers her HP by 30. Switch entry dispels most debuffs from all characters, increases own defense by 50%. We move over to the ultimate, heals the whole team for a certain amount of HP every half second during burst. Effective on summon characters. Upon burst, instantly heal the whole team for 80 HP. During burst, the whole team gains 30% move speed and 24% attack speed. So she is really a good support Valkyrie if you're needing one, especially free to play, triple S rank very easily. A fantastic supporting Valkyrie right there. Another one is Wolf's Dawn. Wolf's Dawn is a great supporting Valkyrie for your elemental damage dealers once more. Really good, fairly easily to obtain. Not hard to go ahead and get her evolved and ranked up. So another very good supporting Valkyrie right there that I would recommend, trying to obtain and putting some resources in. Another one that kind of falls in that pseudo support slash damage dealing role is Phoenix Fuqua. She definitely falls in between that area because she can do some great damage, but she can also support the team as well, being able to help them do some more damage as well, especially for your elemental damage dealers. So Sage Fuqua, definitely another one that Sage Fuqua, Phoenix Fuqua, excuse me, is another one that you would definitely want to try and put resources in, rank up if you can. She is free to play friendly. You can go ahead and get her fairly ranked up, or ranked up fairly easily. I'm sorry guys, my English is a little bit off today, and she will definitely help you out in a great way. A really good free to play Valkyrie that can help out the team and be able to allow you to do some more damage. Now, one thing I did also want to mention really quickly as well is this weapon right here. Really good supporting weapon for your elemental damage dealers. I wanted to mention that just really quickly. Blood Dance right here to be able to do more elemental damage towards the enemies with the weapon skill. So I just wanted to mention that quickly. And as far as that's concerned, those are the ones that I would really recommend as far as support Valkyries for your team. So when you're creating team compositions, you can put a supporting Valkyrie and then a main DPS and a secondary DPS, or you could put I wouldn't really recommend more than one support, but depending on your team composition, maybe you have two supports depending on what they do, and then a main DPS. My team compositions usually revolve around support Valkyrie and then a main DPS and a secondary DPS, depending on what type of team I'm trying to build out. So for example, common team composition for me would be Celestial Hymn, to be able to do physical debuffs and allow my physical damage dealers to do more damage. So something like Celestial Hymn paired with Bright Knight Durandal, and then God Kiana, for example. A good combination there. So that is one type. Or if you do elemental support, you have Sage Fuqua. You can pair that with Vermilion Knight and then Cyber Angel Bronya, for example. Or switch Cyber Angel Bronya out for Valkyrie Gloria, for a more free-to-play friendly option. So that is basically the supporting role and a gist or guide, or look into, you know, the support Valkyries that you would want to focus on, or maybe take a look into, start ranking up, getting their skills maxed out, things of that nature that will help your team out tremendously, because in the game of Honkai, having a good supporting Valkyrie is just as valuable as having a very strong main DPS Valkyrie. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you got something from it. I hope it was slightly informative or just helped you out a little bit. Remember, part 2 will be speaking about main DPSs and who you should be focusing on, or who are good DPS Valkyries. So once again, I hope you enjoyed the content. I hope you got something from it. In the comment section below, let me know what you guys think, and if you're a veteran of the game, help out the beginner players. But with that being said, I'm going to get out of here. Remember to stand out, be different, have fun, go further beyond in everything that you do. And until next time, my boys, until next time, it's your homie Cody GT, and I'm out.